Shorthand, English, high speed, 180 words per minute, trial dictation for 2 minutes. 15 seconds left. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Begin. Mr. Speaker, at the outset I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to say a few words on the last sitting of this August House. We are about to face the general elections in the next few months. During the last 5 years, we have had many different moments. We had occasions of joy and also instances where there was fierce debate between the honourable members from both sides of the House. At the same time, I am happy to say that we have tried to maintain decorum in the House. Despite the fact that there is difference of opinion, we have had many opportunities to appreciate the good work done by the government. You are aware that there is a saying that the government has its way and the opposition has its say. As a matter of fact, this is the essence of democracy. For instance, there were also occasions when we had demonstrations inside the House. It is my sincere belief that in a healthy democracy, our job as honourable members is to express in this House the sentiments of the people. As a matter of fact, it is the purpose for which the people have elected and sent us here. At the same time, being the final sitting, I would like to state that we are sorry if we had upset your feelings in the course of our duties. I think it would be appropriate to mention here that during the entire 5 years of this House, we have given full cooperation to the Honourable Speaker in conducting the proceedings. On this occasion, I would like to thank the Chair for being kind to us all these years. Now our future lies in the hands of the people. We are to face elections in a few months. I think that the people would take their decision based on what we have done in the last 5 years. I would like to bring to your kind attention that the expectations of the people have grown larger. The people are much educated now and want action as soon as possible. So, it is the duty of honourable members both from the ruling party and the opposition to fulfill their dreams. Shorthand, English, high speed, 180 words per minute. Code number of question paper 1052. 1052. Candidates should transcribe the passage into longhand verbatim. 10 marks are reserved for shorthand performance. Handwriting during transcription should be legible and sufficient space should be left between lines. 15 seconds left. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Begin. Speaking in the Lok Sabha, an honourable member from the opposition said, Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to first of all thank you for the opportunity given to me to speak on the demands for supplementary grants. The first point I would like to bring to the notice of the House is regarding COVID pandemic. During that time, the government announced the self-reliance scheme. The government also made certain concessions regarding repayment of loans given to traders, students and farmers. However, I find that the people were given only more time but not waiver of loans. I would therefore like to request the government to bring out a white paper on the stimulus package. Secondly, I would like to touch upon the subjects of airports and seaports. I find that the government is now encouraging the private sector to set up and maintain airports. In my opinion, this is against the socialist spirit of our country. It is a matter of great concern that almost all the major airports are in the hands of a single corporate group. In the same manner, maintenance of seaports has been handed over to this group. As a matter of fact, the national airline has been sold to a private company. I have a fear that the railways would also be privatized soon in the same manner. It has to be borne in mind that a few train routes have been given to the private sector. In the light of the above, I would request the government to give an undertaking in the House that no more privatization will be made in respect of railways. On this occasion, I would like to bring another point to the notice of the House. After the pandemic, the government has taken away concession for senior citizens for rail travel. It is a matter of concern that the government has not restored this even after normalcy is back. It is therefore necessary that it should be restored as early as possible. The next point I wish to bring to the attention of the House is regarding grants given to university students. As a matter of fact, we have seen reports that grants being given to minority students in central universities is to be stopped. I request the Honorable Prime Minister to come up with a detailed reply in the matter. In the same manner, I would like to point out that under the Rural Employment Scheme, adequate funds have not been released this year. In this connection, it has to be borne in mind that my home state has requested funds of about 100 crores. It is a matter of concern that sanction has been given only for 60 crores. As a matter of fact, the state's share in the taxes has also not been released properly. I now come to the point of education. In the last 2 years, I have made several speeches inviting the attention of the Ministry of Education to this matter. The central schools in my constituency are on the verge of closure. I have requested the ministry to come up with a scheme for taking over these schools. Otherwise, students will be greatly affected. In my opinion, the cost involved is only about Rs 50 crores and it is not a big burden for the central government. Honorable Speaker, sir, while discussing the supplementary demands, we must monitor two important things. First, we have to see whether the money allotted in the budget is properly spent or not. In the same manner, I would also like to bring to your attention that we must also see whether the targets have been achieved. Secondly, we have to see whether the goal to reduce inequality between the rich and poorer sections of the society has been achieved. In this connection, the report of the Standing Committee was presented to the House yesterday. The committee has stated that the funds meant for minority welfare has not been spent fully or has been surrendered at the end of the year. It is therefore necessary that the government should come up with a reply in the matter. As I have stated above, my main concern is about inequality. From the reports available, it is seen that in India there is large inequality between the rich and the poor. The top 500 rich individuals hold the same wealth as the rest of the population. It is a matter of great concern that during the pandemic, the number of such rich people has in fact increased. It is therefore necessary that we must make schemes to bridge this gap. Coming to the next issue, I would like to state that the government had promised to double the income of farmers within 5 years. However, it is a matter of concern that this scheme is not there in this year's budget. Agriculture has been allotted only 3% of the total budget expenditure. We should remember that ours is an agricultural economy. Crores of small farmers are involved in this sector. It is necessary that the funds for this sector should be doubled in the years to come. This should be started at an early date so that they may be able to get the benefits as soon as possible. Honorable Speaker, sir, I would conclude my speech with these words, thanking you for the opportunity.